your face on someone else's head.
What's up, vinyl community? Oh, hello, beauty.
Hanging around my leg. Put yourself in someone else's bed. Whiskey women. Whiskey women.
What's up, vinyl community? Welcome to Cosmic Vinyl. I am Cosmic Brian, your host, the former president of the Danny Bonaducci fan club. Yeah, that was me, baby. Pushing Danny Bonaducci to pure stardom, baby. Rock star. Jesus. I'm just kidding, but I was a big fan of the Partridge Family, by the way. And if you like the Partridge Family and watch shit like that, and the Monkees, and friggin' Brady Bunch, then you probably dig this channel. Alright, so, hey man, it's been a week, and we are back for the weekend, baby. I don't know what that was. Some kind of weird interpretive dance, I guess. Anyway, yeah, Far Out Finds time, baby. She's gonna show some albums that I have procured recently. Some a while back and haven't shown, and some more recently, so stick around. Oh, look I brought a little friend with me. You remember this little fleshy little fella, huh? That's my friend FLAZZY. There's old FLAZZY. Yeah, go ahead and say hi to FLAZZY there. It's FLAZZY. It's FLAZZY. This is FLAZZY in his Jesus Christ pose. Ah! Jesus. Love old Flaz. Ah! Ooh, tastes like somebody had in their ass. Alright, so this is what we're listening to right here. Little MOTT the HOOPLE. Oh, I guess it's HOOPLE, sorry. Wildlife. Love this record. Haven't busted this one out for a while. Thought it'd be a good one to use for the old intro. Probably catch me a friggin' copyright strike for sure. Oh, brought a little something else. A little cold beverage here. Gonna show this one. It's a neon beer hug. Thought I bought it for the can. You know how I love shiny, colorful things. So this has caught my eye. So this is what we're gonna use for the old big chuggarooski. You guys ready for that? Weekend time is big chug time as well. Big smoky time too. Oh, fucking bong hits. Fucking Jesus, whatever. It looked like I was getting ready to blow somebody right there. Anyway, alright, here we go. Down the hatch, baby. This is the friggin' rock and roll at its finest here on Cosmic Vinyl. Jesus, here we go. Right down the hatch.
Oh, yes, my good friend, of course.
That's an interesting flavor. I can dig it, though. Can you dig it? Check out this. This is probably one of the coolest Deadpool t-shirts you'll ever see right here, babe. Cool, huh? All right, let's get on. Let's get on with the Far Out Find. So just a few things I picked up. This one here is one that I ordered online. I mean, I've seen this album a million times, and I can't believe I don't already own it. But I need it. It's an album that's fairly cheap, so I figured I need to get a good, like really good condition copy. And boy, did I find one, man. And that's this Paul Revere and the Raiders, Just Like Us. Or is it called Just Like Me Stepping Out? I don't know. From Where the Action Is. I love that, man. Those guys are nuts. This is released in 1966. Lots of cover songs on here. In fact, I think they might all be covers. There might be like one or two originals. I think Steppin' Out, the opening track, and Doggone, the second track, are both original tracks. But the rest, you've got Baby Please Don't Go, Night Train, I Can't Get No Satisfaction by the Stones. I love this album, man. I'm a Paul Revere and the Raiders fan, baby. I love this band, big time. I mean, it's kind of like garage. A lot of their stuff is like really garagey, but they're also very poppy too. I mean, after all, they were like the house band on Dick Clark's Where the Action Is, which got them a lot of exposure by being on TV. But yeah, great stuff here, man. Produced by Terry Melcher, who was once the target, I think, of... I think he was the original target of Charles Manson's family, but yeah, man. Shared vocal duties on this. I think at this point everybody was still singing lead on one tune or another. Check out that cover art though, man. It's fucking crazy. That was, I guess, shot on Clark Gable's ranch. The classic actor Clark Gable. The debonair actor Clark Gable. That was his house they shot at right there. But yeah, mid-60s rock and roll. Can't go wrong with Paul Revere and the Raids. Love it, man. I've almost got all their stuff now, so I'm pretty stoked. I'm freaking stoked, dude. Anyway, check this out. This one I've had for a little while, but hadn't ever showed it. This is Billy Idol's Whiplash Smile. What a great cover right there, man. He's looking badass, right? You've got a picture of him and his compadre in songwriting and music right there, Stevie Stevens, his guitar player and co-writer of many of his jams. Just showed this on my Are They Punk video. This is definitely not punk. This is more like 80s pop stuff. Kind of Billy moving into like a more electronic type sound, I guess. And still working with Stevie Stevens as his co-writer. But I think there was some friction during the recording of this album that you'll find on the next album that Billy put out, that Stevie Stevens is not on that record, which sucks because they're a great team, man. Great songwriting team. But yeah, between Stevie Stevens' guitar, the dance beats, and friggin' synth-heavy production, this is a pretty good listen. Now, I'm going to say this, though, for highlights, there's maybe like 2 or 3 songs. You've got Got to Be Your Lover, or Got to Be a Lover, which is a great song. And then you've got like Sweet 16, which has this kind of this like cruising through the desert kind of vibe to it, man, down a desert highway vibe. The whole album kind of has that vibe a little bit. And I dig it for that, but some of the songs on here are really kind of filler. He's kind of moved away from that whatever, like punky metal stuff that he did with Rebel Yell. But still, you know, a decent album. Like I said, you've got those 2 tracks. You've got another pretty good track with Don't Need a Gun. That was another single off of this one. But yeah, Billy Idol, Whiplash Smile. I love the friggin' song, or the album title. That's awesome. Not sure what this is all about right here. This little, like, Saturn at the cross. Who fucking knows? All right, let's move on. Oh, okay. Now this is kind of a funny story. So this album I've actually been trying to show in a video for months. In fact, I've had it in my stack, and I've actually in fact, I have shown it on a video and then deleted it out. You may have even seen it sitting up here, you who watch closely, but it never actually made a video yet. And the reason being is because I kept thinking, God, I'm just not giving this album its due. I'm not giving it the oomph that I need to give it, man. And you guys might laugh, but this is Faster Pussycats Whipped. I freaking love this album, man. Released in 1990. So now you're kind of moving out of the whole hair metal, sleaze metal thing, and grunge has pretty much taken over in 89. But you still have these like LA bands and these hard rock bands and hair bands, glam rock bands still releasing pretty good material in the early 90s, and a lot of this stuff got looked over. But man, I love this album. I love this. Faster Pussycat is like probably my favorite LA band out of that era. I mean, and I'm gonna make a bold statement here. I'm not saying they're better. I'm just saying I like them myself. My own opinion is I like them better than Guns N' Roses and LA Guns. I love Tammy Down, the singer. I love his vocal delivery. It's just this unique, weird, whiny kind of Steven Tyler-esque, but it's got a certain like nasally vibe to it. But it's kind of punky. It's kind of, I mean, they throw everything at you with this one, man. Opens up. I mean, there's not a track on here that I don't like, except for maybe Loose Booty. But otherwise, Nonstop to Nowhere, The Body Thief, Jack the Bastard, Big Dictionary. She just loves me for my big dictionary. He's such a clever wordsmith, Tammy Down. Jeez. And Only Way Out. And then there's also a song on here called Mr. Love Dog, which is, see, Tammy Down is from Seattle originally, and he moved to LA to make it big. But he wrote Mr. Love Dog as a kind of a tribute to Andrew Wood from Mother Love Bone, who passed away from a drug overdose. But God, you know what would have been so great is if like the bands from the 80s, like the hard rock and glam rock and hair rock bands, and it was starting to get kind of harder towards the end. If everybody could have coexisted, like the alt rock bands that came in and took over the grunge and the whatever, like alternative stuff, if everybody could have coexisted and everything, and it could have been such a great like movement, it would have been more of like an evolution of music instead of one genre killing the other genre off. But yeah, this is easily one of my favorite albums from a sleaze rock band out of LA. Comes on the clear vinyl or cloudy milky white vinyl there. But yeah, I love this album, love that band. Check out Faster Pussycat Whipped. It's a great album. It's totally overlooked and underrated as far as their catalog goes. And it's easily, I think, their best album by far. But anyway, check it out. And this is one I picked up at the Illinois record show. Got this from my friend Travis, who is a vendor there. Picked this one up with that Mick Ronson LP that I already showed, but this is Sladeist, released in 1973 on Reprise Records. Check out that dude's friggin' hairline there, man. I don't know if that was a cool thing back then, but it's a trip, man. And look at Naughty Holder's hair, man. That's funny as shit. These guys are apparently the White Scarf Brigade, too. They all got their white scarves promoting there. Great live shot of the band there. Check it out. You got that back in the days when there was still the long, like, guitar chord there from amp to guitar. I would think that would be like a tripping hazard during the live shows when the band gets all rambunctious and shit and trips over the chord. That was probably always kind of came with the territory, the danger of playing on stage. But this, of course, being SLADE, the band that wrote all of Quiet Riot's biggest hits. Jeez. But this came on the back of a couple of #1 hits in Britain. One of them was Squeeze Me, Please Me. I think the other one was Come On, Feel the Noise. And but they were due to put out another album, but their drummer got into this horrific car crash and was pretty badly injured. He came back from it, ended up still being in the band, but they wanted to release this compilation of hits to kind of keep the momentum going. So you get this Sladist. You got like Come On, Feel the Noise. You got Ma Mama, We're All Crazy Now. It's just a stomping good balls out glam rock album. I love this, man. These guys were like a glam band, but they still kind of had balls, you know what I mean? That's the one thing about SLADE. And the freaking outfits are insane, man. I mean, check out that Naughty's outfit with the heels there and stuff. It's fucking great. Love it. That's what I'm gonna start wearing, big old heels, but then I'll be clear up here. I won't be on screen. Anyway, I won't do that. Now these last two albums I picked up on the same day that I went to the Illinois Record Fair, but I ended up I was a little disappointed with my finds at the Illinois Record Show. So I stopped into Dead Wax Records here locally, which is basically 5 minutes from my house. And I was so friggin' stoked to find not one, but 2 MC5 albums. Picked up a really, really sweet copy of MC5 back in the USA. Friggin' love this record, and I was so stoked to get it. This one was released in 1970 on Atlantic Records. Detroit Rock City, baby. God, friggin' Detroit rocks, man. But they had been dropped from Elektra record label, picked up by Atlantic, and they're definitely showing their influences here. As there's a cover track to open the album, which is Tutti Frutti by Little Richard, who is one of their main influences. And then you've got the closing track back in the USA, which is Chuck Berry. But I just want to draw your attention to this hair right here for Rob Tyner. It's definitely putting the Afro meter off the charts. It just keeps trying to push past 10, like it's gonna explode, because that is a perfectly coiffed afro right there. That is like the afro that I had back in high school. I'll put a picture in here so you can see it. But man, I love this album. I'm gonna be honest though, I wasn't really into it at first. When I first listened to it, I thought it just didn't represent like the live album that they put out for Elektra to kick out the jams. I didn't think it represented them, but then as I listened to it, I was like, dude, this is just friggin' good, straightforward rock and roll, minimalistic, no frills, just badass rock and roll. I loved it, man. I mean, it had like a kind of a raucous sound, political agenda to it. You've got a couple of political songs on here. You've got The Human Being Lawnmower. You've got American Ruse, or they kind of bare their fangs against the authority and the government. But yeah, just a killer band, killer album, and a much killer friggin' afro right there, man. Love this record, man. Check it out if you haven't. And then I found a nice copy of this too, man. I was stoked. I have it on CD, but never had it on vinyl, which I was happy to get this, man. MC5, kick out the jams, motherfuckers! Love it, man. Not too long ago, I read Brother Wayne Kramer's biography, And he said he was not happy with the way he sounded on this album, man. He said his guitar was all out of tune when they started recording. He didn't like the album cover. He thought it was a misrepresentation of what they were like, and he thought the whole night sucked, and he thought the album was just gonna tank, man. But this is a friggin' awesome record. Released in 1969 on Elektra Records. Recorded in 1968 at the Grand Ballroom in Detroit, Michigan. This is the electronic apocalypse right here that put Detroit rock and roll on the map for good, man. Look at that. There's the afro again, man. That is a badass gatefold right there. Absolutely amazing gatefold. This thing can be abrasive. It's politically conscious. It's friggin' high decibel goodness. This sounds like two mountains friggin' crashing together and then falling into the ocean, man. It's like 5,000 megatons of friggin' raw rock and roll power right here. I love this, man. Great stuff. Regardless of what Brother Wayne Kramer thinks of it, this frickin' thing is legendary, man. And this does I feel like this definitely captures their live stuff. So, all right, there we go. Here's old Flazzy saying goodbye to you folks. Hey, you want to wave, Flazzy? Little Flazzy. I think this was at once an X-Men toy. Jesus. Go take a bath. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping in and watching Far Out Finds. This is definitely, I forgot to mention this was a Far Out Finds video. But yeah, thanks for stopping in, man. If you dig what you see and you haven't been here before, people, let's have a little conversation. If you like what you see, there's that little button there that says subscribe. Just hit that with your little finger. It doesn't matter how hard you press it. It'll set you up. And then that little thing that has like a bell, if you hit that, oh yeah, YouTube will let you know when Cosmic Vinyl puts a video out. And then if you like the video and you want to help us be promoted out into the world, you like us, people? Then hit that thumbs up button. Do it! All right, I'll see you guys later, man. Stay cool, stay cosmic. It's only rock and roll, but we love it. Pop